Hello, this is Starshot here to welcome you back to my Let's Play of Batman Arkham Asylum. We last left off finishing up collecting all the Riddler trophies from the penitentiary, and now with that taken care of, we can finally tackle the Joker once and for all and put a stop to his evil plans. So let's get started. So, pretty much going through all the trials that it takes to get everything, you pretty much do have to do all that before you start heading in here. And as you can see, the henchmen are all here to welcome us here.
If your name's not on the list, you ain't going in. Let's see, A, no, that's not right. So it's a B, Bane. Ah, here it is, Batman.
Yeah, of course that's the only name on the list.
You're the guest of honor. Give him a big welcome, guys.
But as you can see, they're really putting out all the stops for us. You can go ahead and punch some of them if you want. I don't think they'll fight back, but let's just kind of give it to them because I'm sure they've taken enough bruises as it is. Oh, here we go. So now we have just a first person's perspective here. We got all these little booths that you can apparently talk to people. And here's the Joker and his monitor.
Excited, Bats? I mean, we've been building up to this point all night. Don't tell me you've not been looking forward to it. I know I have. Surprise! Everyone always said I should be in television. You don't want to miss this, really. It'll be a blast. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So apparently I didn't want to try and get out of the way or move from that or something? I guess not. But oh well, apparently I'm still fine, just having to deal with this loud ringing in my ears. Here we are.
Why didn't you stop Batman? Me? It was your plan, you goofy clown. I'm sending you back to the ventriloquist where you belong. You had to spoil everything, didn't you? Beating up Bane, feeding Scarecrow to Croc, slapping around Harley, my hobby by the way, and ruining all my lovely venom plants.
It's over, Joker.
Over? Why, my dear delusional Dark Knight, it hasn't even begun.
Yep, now we get to face plenty more goons over at his tower here. That was pretty good, actually. Great. Well, at least I don't take that much damage from that, really. Of course, you don't want to fight them too much, because the whole point is to do this and just use them against each other here. Darn it, I was trying to counter there, but it didn't seem to work the way I wanted it to. I thought I got it far enough away from that. There we go. Once more, attack each other. Darn it. Apparently they can just regular hit you instead of charge at you like this or punch the ground. Oh, it looks like I finally got one of them this time. It is pretty handy that, you know, they make it so that whenever I just double tap the trigger there, I just send a batarang and it goes straight to them. There we go.
Nicely done, Bats. You deserve a prize. Your old pal, Commissioner Gordon.
Didn't we already save you?
Say, he looks all run down. Let's pep him up.
No! Batman! Get away!
Actually, it would be kind of cool if he buffed up like this,
We're
but
gonna have some fun now, kiddies.
sadly that's not what's gonna
Don't
happen
try to
here.
resist the change. That's not fair. Come on, give in.
I don't really see how you could resist the change, though.
So, you want to play hardball, Bats, do you? Your call. Pickle, pickle. No.
Sorry, I don't see how that will work with that suit on.
You're ruining my big night. Months of planning down the crapper. I just wanted to bring down your grim facade and for once let you see the world as I see it. Giggling in a corner and bleeding. But you've denied me even that. I have nothing to live for.
I don't really quite see how he was able to resist the change. I guess he must have put in an anti-venom or something beforehand, but... oh well, now we're kind of on to the big moment here.
Asylum remains under lockdown. Its staff at the mercy of the rampaging inmates. Just 10 minutes ago, we received this taped message.
Greetings, Gotham. Joker here. Arkham is mine. Soon I'll unleash madness untold onto the streets of Gotham. But first, direct your eyes to the rooftops and witness the final destruction of your dear Dark Knight.
We've been circling the tower since the... wait, there! Joker is making his move!
Yep. Now he's this guy. Who is even way creepier and scarier than any of his other henchmen somehow. That have been buffed up.
Showtime, Batman! Let's give the room something to talk about. Two freaks in a fight to the death.
I guess I never did hear about Joker ever getting powers before. Until this game, pretty much.
One night only. Please welcome our special guest referee. Oh, come on! Change! Get crazy. It's the only way to beat me. You know you want to. Never. Wasted the antidote on yourself? Now that's funny!
Yeah, I guess my question of the day for people
But you still
would be
spoil my fun,
if
and
anyone would actually want to
I'll
be
paint Arkham with your
hulked
blood.
out like this.
Let's get ready to tango! On for all Gotham to see. Excuse me, Bats.
So yeah, even though he's hulked out, there is a bit of a difference in how you fight him compared to the other ones from before, since he apparently is still very much in his right mind here.
How was that round?
Need to remember how to fight these guys, apparently. Darn it, I need a... darn it, I need to keep away from those. Ah, darn it, I'm sure I countered there.
Is that Jack Ryder's uprising?
Yeah, pretty much when he exposes himself, you have to grapple him down.
When I get out of this... Give me your best shot, Bats.
So yeah, pretty much
It won't kill you to smile.
you have to avoid him in the beginning, and then just wait for him to do that again for the most part. Since we're faster than him,
My people,
we can pretty much avoid him for the most part.
give him a kicking for me, boys.
So sadly, the boss battle for the final for the first Batman game isn't really that memorable compared to its sequels. But they did listen and kind of try to improve things, which is always nice to hear when developers can learn from past mistakes.
Is he okay?
Ah, darn it, come on. I should have...
You okay, buddy?
Ah, come on, I meant to hit him.
More helicopters? How exciting! What are you doing? You die for this, Bats!
Man, what kind of uppercut does Batman supposedly pack here?
You lose, and everyone will
Darn it. So, he may not be that fast, but his range is still pretty annoying to deal
in a
with.
second. Bats! Come in, boys! Knock him about a bit! I've got a city to address. Look out! I think it's a unanimous decision. I am the greatest!
Ah, darn it, come on. Yeah, it sometimes feels like the,
Mind your head, Bat! I'll give you something for the morning news, Gotham. Copy!
Oh, come on. Seriously?
Come, boys! Tear him a new one! So, Mr. Referee, how was that round? What? He's up!
I still kind of find it annoying how that last guy wasn't knocked out or something yet, so he goes and hits me before I can take him down finally.
Can you hear me? Got a message for all my adoring fans. I'm done here. Hey!
Let's try this one more time. Oh, come on. Okay, this is getting really annoying.
Take care of them, boys. More news copies? I'm flattered.
Here we go. Finally.
Get off! I can take it. I can take anything you throw at me, bats. You can't beat me. I'm actually going to win. Ready for the next round?
Always.
What?
I'll never let you win. Never.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's gotta hurt. Well, it took a while, but I finally beat him. Should have gotten him that third time, but
GCPD finally has control of the
now we
assignment.
get our ending
Doctors are treating the
cutscene.
injured, but it looks like it'll take some time. All super criminals are back in custody. Quite a mess in there. And the venom-enhanced inmates are returning to normal. Though for some, the process can be quite painful.
Dad, how are you doing?
I'll survive. See you tonight, Barbara. Shame about your car. Can I give you a ride?
Thanks, Jim, but I have one on the way.
Get some rest. You deserve it.
Second National Bank was just robbed by Harvey Dent, aka Two.
Stay safe, Jim.
Two officers down. The suspect is fleeing in their patrol car.
And that was Batman Arkham Asylum, the first game, Batman game, by Rocksteady Studios that got quite a bit of acclaim and attention by a lot of people, and was pretty much well credited and liked by everyone, which of course meant more sequels, which most people were looking forward to, and I would be happy to play those at some point, but you know, for the most part I'll wait, or maybe play something else in between the next Batman, unless you guys really want me to continue. But you know, for now, playing through this game again has helped me appreciate the quality of a game, but still understand that it wasn't perfect. You know, and that there can always be room for improvement. So I always take that stance in that nothing is ever perfect, and it's better that way because that means you can always improve upon it. You can always make things better, make things different, and just kind of go from there. You know, there are some projects that are just so good that there's no way to replicate it, but sometimes there's no need to. You just simply enjoy it for what it is and move on to the next project and not worry if your next one is as good as your last one. Just that, you know, it's just always know it's going to be different. But yeah, so the biggest concern for this game were the boss battles. As you kind of saw, a lot of them were just, smack and, fight some bad guys. Or smacks, fight some henchmen. But, for a first attempt, I think it was pretty well done. Like, when you think about it, they weren't going from a defined template or anything. This was all pretty much first try. And I think they did a pretty good job with that. And they tried to include all the different fun things that you would hope to find in such a source material rich game that, like you've never seen in any other games, that's for sure. So I've definitely enjoyed my time playing this game. I hope you enjoyed watching me do it. And I hope you'll keep an eye out for my next Let's Play. I haven't decided what it is just yet, but I have an idea what I might be leaning towards. So hopefully you'll stay tuned for that. Of course, we'll finish up the credits here because they deserve their recognition as well for all their hard work in making such a great game for us to enjoy watching or playing together. Of course, I'm always curious about all these different names and titles that people seem to have, and thinking about how much some of these people actually put into it and how much others were just sort of just parts of it. But then they all kind of had their part to play. And I would be curious to hear like what goes into being a localization QA supervisor or a production executive or distribution. All these different people who are kind of titled for helping bring this game to us. Of course, it seems like a fairly small team, or at least a lot of the bigger people are being... Oh, here we go. We got a lot of the smaller people now, like all the QAs. Gotta really make sure you thank your QAs, that's for sure, because if they didn't do their job, then there would be a lot more buggy games. That's for sure. Sadly, that's a problem that some games seem to suffer, is that they don't get enough QA work done and enough time to debug stuff. So what's the difference between a QA tester and a QA technician, though? I'd want to ask someone that. But yeah, so Batman Arkham Asylum, the first attempt of a superhero game in a long time. Like, I don't think there was any superhero games after Superman 64. But of course this was, I think this was made around the time the Christopher Nolan Batmans came out. So, we hadn't hit the Marvel boom just yet, where superheroes kind of took over in the box office and got all this notoriety and recognition for great, movies and stuff. And actually, I guess game-wise, we still haven't gotten that much either. Like, I still haven't seen a superhero or a Superman video game or a Batman video game in a while, at least since Arkham Knight. We haven't seen a Flash, or we haven't seen like any of the Marvel heroes get any video games, as far as I know. Okay, how long are these credits? Like, I don't mean to complain, but still, it's... Oh, here we go. We got, we got some special things going here. Warner Brothers Interactive. Okay, we still got some more. But yeah, I'm still curious as to where all the superhero games are. We got all these movies and cartoons and comics. What about some more superhero games? Because I know there's DC Online, or at least I think that's still going. But like, I guess I'm not sure how old that's been, or if it's still relevant enough for people to play. Like, still wouldn't mind trying a Flash game. Like, I just think of all the fun mechanics they could have for a Flash game. Of course, they would really have to get the speed right. I think that's always one of the biggest things when it comes to fast games like Sonic and the racing games. You got to make sure you got the speed just right so it feels like you're fast even while you still have enough ability to control. Okay, let me go ahead and see if I can just hit the start button here. I hope you'll forgive me if I decide to skip the credits just so I can see the ending or at least my stats here. Yeah, so I can skip it here. Oh well. Well, that's not a good sign. And it looks like we've unlocked the armor batsuit for use in the challenge mode. I think that's just a costume. But yeah, so thanks to all the riddles we unlocked, we now have a bunch of stuff we can do. Like there's the intensive treatment, let's see, silent night, pretty much any icon with a fist means you're just fighting the bad guys and racking up score. And then this symbol here is pretty much stealth challenges where you try to silently take people out. And there's quite a few maps to do, but I'm not really into trying to do that stuff. And some of them can get a bit ridiculous sometimes. But yeah, so it looks like I only have 84%, but I have all the character borrows, all the upgrades, and all the riddles. So it's just the challenges that are the last thing to do if you want for 100% completion. And it's up to you if you want to, but for me, I would just find it as a nice diversion or something fun to do if you don't want to continue with the game. But for me, I think I'm done. The campaign is usually good enough for me. So I hope you enjoyed my Let's Play of Batman Arkham Asylum, and I hope you keep watch for my next one. So until next time, have fun gaming.